I go from zero to $30,000 with my AI products live on this channel. As always, we'll go over the results, the updates, and then the plans. It has been almost 2 weeks now since the launch, and we are sitting at $6,500 MRR, which honestly I do not really enjoy. We're not yet crossed $10,000 mark, and later on we'll explain and discuss why and what is the plan. If you've been following the journey, you saw that this is kind of where my prediction was regarding the conversion rate, and it has been sitting here for the past 4 days since the launch, since the last video. So I think this is what we need to plan on. I do believe that eventually we are planning for 2 to 2.5% conversion rate. Obviously, I would be very, very curious to see how it depends on the actual content that I'm posting on the About channel with a video as well as with the description. By the way, I changed it again. Now, the difference is that I know that it might sound super obvious that this is exactly what influenced the conversion. Yeah, sure. But see, I am thinking more on another layer, because deeper, because most of the visitors, all of the visitors that visit this page know me, right? Either from my YouTube or LinkedIn. And we'll talk about LinkedIn later on, because without LinkedIn, I'd probably be already dead, and we'll have probably maybe 18 signups. I'm not sure how big of an influence it has on the actual revenue, because people there don't have such an in-depth connection with me as on YouTube, but the volume is much bigger. Anyways, so what I'm saying is that if we think about the fact that people already watching the video where I do the call to action, so for example, when I explain something on the video, right? So I give an example of a chatbot build or an agent, and I then say, hey guys, this is on the one prompt. When they log in and when they click the link under the description, they already know me, they already know kind of what I'm offering, and this is just on the sales side. Yeah, sure. So I do feel like this is having a huge influence, but not the 100% influence, just because compared to something when you are running a cold traffic to the same landing page, obviously this is the primary source for the conversion and the primary metric that you need to focus on. Here, this is something a bit more deep that you also need to position it correctly within the videos and within the content that you post or I post. Okay. Anyways, so what I'm saying is that is there a way for me to hire this up to 3% using School? I'm not sure. The video is not perfect, so if the 100% is the ideal Iman Gaji type of the VSL that is perfectly crafted, I would say mine is probably 40% right now. But again, so if we double it to 80, I don't think that it will double the conversion, but maybe it is. So I'm just guessing. So maybe the conversion will be higher by the 0.5%, which is a lot, right? So which is a lot on the traffic, so I'll have more signups. But this is still not the exponential growth that I would want. So there are a few things to consider. Obviously, the first one is the traffic. So how do I get more traffic? And the second one is how to higher up the conversion. What I started to really think about is what's the conversion going to be? If the conversion going to be different if I am going to use an actual landing page instead of the school. Again, guys, I know that this channel starting to pop up and the video started to pop up, so maybe you are the first time viewer, so you can go watch the previous videos where I was explaining and giving my ideas on why we did the school and why I actually decided to sell the license through school, even though this is not a community, even though this is an actual software with the education materials and the support. Because one of the things that I'm still gonna do, and I'm really right now considering, is to really use just the simple funnel, right? And this is a layout that I was building on inside one prompt. inside high level, which we're gonna use for the ads and for the $27 or $17 course funnel that we're gonna talk later. But even for the oneprompt.com, right? So the oneprompt.com, instead of sending people to the school, I'm wondering what the conversion is going to be if I send it here. Because yes, like it's super obvious that school does not have that much info. It's like it's really unusable in terms of this is, as you can see, we have a character limit. So I want to provide more info here, but I can't. And one of the things that I also did is to include the 24/7 support. Is just my email as well as the WhatsApp. So for people, they go to the form, and once they land into the form, they can choose if they want to contact me, Eugene directly, or One Prompt support, Eugene directly through the actual, it will open up the WhatsApp. Okay. Now, so there's not that much information. So yes, you have the video, and you also like have the photos that, or like more videos that most people will not view anyways. So this is not like the actual funnel that is optimized to increase the conversions, obviously. So we could do something like that, and it would be much easier for me to set everything out, because if people would like acquire the license through here, I would give them access to the One Prompt software right away, and then on the backwards I would give them access to school. So it will be much easier for me to do. Guys, I would love your opinion. What do you think as a user if you're like planning to join One Prompt, or maybe you are a member? So what do you think it will influence the decision on the psychology perspective? Because the idea for me going with school, in a nutshell, if you don't want to go and rewatch all the videos, is that school is considered as an education platform. And I'm starting to question, because school is right now also considered as an actual platform where for the communities and not necessarily education. So people think that this is kind of like a community. So even Tom Billy, I didn't know that he launched his community. Anyways, so which is the popular guy, right? So, and these guys are, because like he has probably like higher tier audience, right? I'm not sure if all these guys like actually paid him or whatever. So, and I like to see this as a school owner, as the guy who's like actually owns school, because these guys that are not like SMMA gurus, that are like real entrepreneurs and that are having an audience outside of like the school and Instagram, on YouTube with the podcast, they will attract older and more serious guys. So it will not be kind of understood as even Ben Aspinall on school. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's funny. So this will be kind of more like an education platform. That's why that was the whole idea, is that One Prompt is not only the software, it's the whole like the suite, right? But maybe if this would be the case, obviously I can provide more details about the actual software and about the suite through the landing page, where I can like map the user journey. Because if you think about this, there are so many variables. One Prompt is the software, which is the high level, and it has a lot of the things. So it has the 6 solutions. Each solution has its own like workflows. Each workflow is powered by voice tool and then by third-party apps. People have questions, and it's very hard to actually provide it here. Or in the video, it's 25-minute video, but I was analyzing, it's hosted on Vimeo, sorry, not Venmo, Vimeo. So I was analyzing, the average view duration is 5 minutes, which is okay, right? So for the YouTube video, but I wish it would be longer, so that but still, like, probably I need to shorten down the video. But I was really trying to get all the details. Anyways, so this is kind of the problem that I'm thinking, and like just to grow overall, like if the conversion right now is 2.2%, right, and if the new video and new VSL will influence it a little bit to 1.3 to 4, right? So then what? Like, so how do I, with my current traffic, try to increase it, like try to make more money? I would say like my goal would be to to hit 3 to 3.5%. And going into the website funnel, I am not sure. So it's like, I'm not sure if it's going to influence that. And I am afraid that it's going to influence that on a worse scale. So it will make it worse, just because people will think that they need to pay. See, when you see here $79, get instant access, even though it's software plus education, software suite, maybe they'll think that it's like psychology on the back end of their mind, that this is the software and not something for education. Anyways, so this is one thing. Now let's go to the actual updates and see what's going on. Tomorrow I am publishing the one prompt update 1.3, so version 1.3, which will have an updated omnichannel agent, which will make it much easier for people to integrate omnichannel agent, because people were like asking me with we're having like a lot of like different errors here and there. It's not on our side, it's more like it was kind of complex, so we decided to make it easier for people to integrate and start up and running without sacrificing the quality and flexibility. So what we did here is, instead of, if you go to the omnichannel agent, so it used to be like 8 flows, and for the email, so it's 10 in total. So now in the omnichannel agent, we have just 5 in total. So it's 2 times less flows. Obviously, all these things, so instead of like separating everything into 2 flows or 3 flows, we combine everything into the one. But we like still updated a few things here and there to make it easier, added the notes, which are in red the same way as inside the voiceflow, where they need to change their API keys. So now when they, all the users will have the new folder, like the version 1.3 updated, right? And they will just start using it, because we do not want to override their existing omnichannel agents, because it's gonna like mess things up. So they can come here, they can test it, and then if they like it, they'll implement into their workflows. And also within the voice flow, as you can see, we made it smaller, keeping all the functionality. So we removed a few JavaScripts, so we created just one prompt, and I added the red notes explaining what people need. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for someone to start with the one prompt omnichannel agent. And this is the whole goal, because besides the fact that we can focus on the traffic, which is super obvious, right? So getting more traffic will result in more money. Then getting better, conversion rate, CRV, conversion rate, CVR, whatever, CRV, so conversion rate. But then we all know that the next step and the most important step is the churn, right? So my bet is that we'll see what the churn is going to be. I already know, going through the members list, there are a few members like canceling, so but it's not like illustrated here, so we'll probably have it in 30 days. So we'll see what the churn gonna look like. But I know that at least like some people just wanted to check it out and were not serious. But for the guys that were serious and still canceled, I think the problem is that they were expecting it to be like easier, right? And they maybe thought and like logged in and tried a few classes, were not able to figure it out themselves, and then thought, okay, so let me quit. And that's like pretty understandable. Even though I'm like within the course, I'm trying to be very specific and trying to simplify all the different things. So that's why I decided to focus on the omnichannel one. But it was not me. If you guys know that we are running the poll, right? So the poll every 2 weeks. So tomorrow we'll launch a new poll where, so I'm not sure where is it. So here we were launching the poll where people, if you are the member, were voting for the next feature. As you can see here, that was 16 votes for the making voice flow easier to implement and more flexible. And the second best vote was to improve the human in the loop. So maybe this will be the next functionality. We're gonna do the next poll, and so it's working like that. So we have 7-day poll, right? In 7 days we have the winner, and we implement this winner in 7 days. So it's bi-weekly. Updates. Okay, and that's one of the also reasons and the ways for me to keep the members engaged and let them know that they influence the decision of how the one prompt evolves. Okay, what I'm also thinking is within the one prompt, I already recorded the videos that I'm gonna publish within this within the classroom, right? But I also discovered the platform called Super Demo, and it's actually one guy that I know recommend. He also has the software. He recommended me the Super Demo, and I knew, like, obviously I knew that there are, you know, the interactive demos like that, but I never considered it for some reason for my my product is like high level. So what I'm thinking right now is to make interactive demos for people, and it's on two sides. On the first is that for existing users to set everything up. So instead of going through the videos and pausing, what they can do, they can go through the demo and I say, here you changed your API key. They go, they change the API key, they click next. Okay, so maybe this is like one of the ways how I can make it easier. And when I start talking about it more, I understand that it's a no-brainer. But see, I also want to have this as a sales mechanism for people when they land into to make them understand what the one prompt is. But again, there's no way to do that on school. I could possibly I could implement this into the how do I go back? Okay, so I could technically implement this into the about section, like for example, like this here, like check the free demo here. They'll check it out and they'll have like the link. They'll go through everything. But now, so what's the reason? And see, like, what can I show? Because should I show them classroom sections? Probably not, at least not at the very start. Like, should I go through the automations here? Should I open each automation and go? Probably not. What I can do is I can set up, like, for example, the WhatsApp. I can set up the voice, but again, so interactive. So kind of see the demos for the communicating with the agent, and I would record it and they can go through step by step. For the omnichannel and engagement agent and the prospect enrichment, it's easy. But for the voice, I don't understand how to do that because the voice, they need to see, like, hear the voice. So maybe combine it with the audio or with the video. I'm not sure, right? But I think if I'm serious about like building this funnel, it's gonna be awesome. The video is still here. And maybe here, like, watch the demo, and the demo's here. But again, so maybe not. So if I have the VSL, maybe I don't need it. See, so I'm not sure. So this is just what I'm thinking about. My YouTube is trash, and I am just wondering how I got all these members. And see, this is like a good thing, so that like I'm still getting about 3 members per day, which is good, and which is the plan, to have 90 to 100 members per month. So this is the pace. It's not the good pace for me to reach $20,000 a month MRR in 2 months after the launch. It's not a good pace. I need to make it faster. But when it comes to if we have 250 members with a 30% churn, which I hate, and it's probably gonna be less, and we need to have it less. But even though we'll have probably, so let's say even 300 members, right? So 300 members, because some were like from the 99 players, some were free. So 300 members with 30% churn, so it's 100. So in order to sustain this actual MRR, I need 100 members. And this is what 100 members joining. So 3 members per day, right? And this is the pace that I have right now. So essentially, if right now I would have 300 members, I'm good. Now I would consider that I have a pretty solid income, which is pretty stable, just because I'm publishing the video, I'm not running the ads, and I'm getting the new members, right? But see, in the advantage here, and kind of the positive thing, is that my YouTube is trash. Like, it's literally, I don't know, I don't want to spend like an hour complaining on this video why it is trash. I don't understand. You look at the views here, I was having like 2,000 views on average, but now, like, the last 2 videos, that's a complete joke. This is the new video, but still, like, this what's this is all about. The MCP is getting popular. Like all the YouTubers who posted these videos about the MCP are getting 1, 2, 3,000 views in 24 hours, less than my subscribers. I have like a better video that gives like better understanding on how to actually make money with it. But yeah, so this just sad. But my LinkedIn post got viral that I posted 3 days ago. It got like 95,000 impressions and almost 2,000 comments. So that's why I was saying I would be curious to see how many people are actually joined the one prompt from there. I would say, so if we think about this, like in the past 3 days, so like let's say there are like 9 people joined or 10, so I would say maybe two, but like still, I don't know, like for people that just checked my post and went into the LinkedIn, because on the LinkedIn I have a link to production ready solutions or ready to sell solutions, and it goes straight to the school. Maybe, but still, like these people that probably already know me. Anyways, so the plan is very simple. I am right now planning the shorts, and I'm trying to find an editor that I'm gonna work with. If you are, by the way, an editor, you can let me know in the comments and we'll chat. I'll like send you this folder where you can I'll pay you a little bit, so you will be able to send me based on what I'm looking for, send me a few samples, and we can see if it's a good fit. Because I'm not like that much interested in posting a short form content and grow like that, even though I need, because I want to have another channel besides the LinkedIn and YouTube. X got blocked, so I'm looking for the Instagram, and the only way to grow on Instagram is to have the shorts. So I'm looking for that, as well as, which is more important, is to have an actual paid ads. If you know, like from the previous video, I am planning to launch the funnel, which gonna be will look very similar to this, but it's not gonna be the actual one prompt pitch. It's gonna be my $27 course on how to build let's say an omnichannel or WhatsApp agent, and there I will teach people how to do that in 2 hours, showing the actual one prompt, because the one prompt is a public software that they can get for $79. So this is my low ticket product for selling $79 or then maybe $97. We'll see what the price is going to be. One prompt, right? So I would need to figure out this funnel, but it's pretty easy. I'll create the wireframe structure probably tomorrow, and it's going to be good. The most important part, I was thinking, okay, so should I hire a media buyer or should I do it myself? I probably do it myself, but because it's pretty easy. The hardest part is the creatives. So I did, as you can see, I have a folder and I have like a few videos here that I was recording. And by the way, I do not have a teleprompter. I didn't know that most of the guys are actually using the teleprompters. I know that it was probably, I thought it's like a TV thing or something, or for like very serious YouTubers, but it seems like it's a very useful thing. So I don't have that. That's why here I was actually recording on a front camera, but I had an app where it's a teleprompter. So it's like the app that is like, there is a text and you can like shorten it down the text, and it's actually, but you're recording the front camera. So see, does it look like I'm not looking at the camera? Probably not. So it's probably okay. I can like, I see the difference, but it's slight. And what I'm planning to do is to let my editors like check, like edit this based on what I'm looking for, add different screenshots, and use these videos. It's for sample, probably gonna be better. Maybe, I don't know. Like the quality is not going to be better because it's the front camera, but I think it is fine.
Under 2 hours.
Maybe should I do
knowing how to code. My name is
to make
Eugene.
it more,
an
dynamic, maybe in
Quimple.
I'm
we
not
built
sure.
more
So
than 50
now
AI
this is like
businesses
where
in the past
I need to
2
focus
years.
on for the next few days to figure out like the actual creative that I'm gonna use. And now when the creative is done, the funnel is done, I need to create an actual course. But the course is fine. I think I was recording a YouTube video on 2 hours. So yeah, so record like a 2-hour course, then upload it within the high level, upload it within their where's client portal, create the client portal, create the course, and then when people will, like, let's say buy for the $27, they will log into their portal. They'll have, let's say, 2-hour course will be divided into the 5 different videos, and I'll have the call to action, use the one prompt software, that I am like showing you this about. And if we can break even on $27 course, or lose a little bit of money upfront, like $5 for each sub, I know that I'll probably have like some sort of like 20% conversion from the course to the one prompt. And now we are going to print the money. Okay, guys, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for following the journey. Let me know if you have any questions below, and have a good one. Peace.